There we go. I got two of them in there. Made it. What's up, bud? So, full disclosure, this is my first time using this website. I used to use a different one, um, but this one's a lot more customizable. And I think we're gonna actually end up playing a few hands. If not, it's not a big deal. The game anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing something like this upcoming season. So this is kind of a trial run to see how it works in the first place. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's fun. I like playing like casual, not like crazy stakes. My buddies and I usually play on Wednesdays and we just like play just total goofball poker. But 2000, we'll basically treat them as cents. Like I said, casual poker, penny change, baby. So if you want to buy in for like 20 bucks, then 2000. Well, we can. I mean, I set it up that way. We can also do Venmo. Like, it doesn't really matter. Um, I was gonna try and donate some money to charity, but I don't think we'll have enough people. Ideally, though, at some point we'll get to a point where we can like the pot will get to like 500 bucks, and then we'll donate like 50% of it to a charity, which would be fun. Mm-hmm. I think so. I haven't gotten your request. Yeah, it took me like a few minutes. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, I missed the touchdown though. I don't know who scored the first one. I was buried in my computer. Nice. I tweeted to avoid him because he said the Bengals secondary wasn't good. So great. How are your fantasy teams doing? Dude, that's what I love about Monday night of week 17, formerly week 16. Hmm. Right. I'm gonna close this Twitter space. Hold on. Hold on. I'm listening. Give me 30 seconds. Trying to get my friend on here. Woody. Yeah, we haven't started the game. Like, I'm not in the game yet either. Yeah, I mean, we could do heads up, but eh. I'm not. I'm not moving until the end of this game, so I'm stuck here for another couple hours. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I'm in Atlanta. What about you, man? Mm, that's clutch. There we go. All right. Man, I've got this one league that's like my home. I play in a lot of leagues like most of us do. And my main ones though, I'm in the championship tonight, which is great. I've got Stefan Diggs, so I'm down 30 though, so I need a big game from him. Um, um, so I did that, and then the other one is I made a championship in one. I didn't make it in the others. I made it the championship in all but one of my leagues or the playoffs, and then I've got one of those leagues though that's just like the bane of my existence, where I've been the top scoring team by like 6 or 7 years and like all this other shit, and I keep getting bounced in the semifinals, and it's just driving me crazy. Oh no. Hmm. Uh, yeah, I mean that's how it goes sometimes. I don't know. It's this year was so wild though because we didn't have any preseason injuries, and then like it wasn't that bad. It was kind of up and down, and then everyone got hurt in the last like month and a half. Right. Dang, what happened? Um, I did not. I was looking at my screen. Um, I know I did saw. I saw. Is it still Higgins or Boyd that got tackled? That's down. Okay. Well, that's how that shit goes sometimes. Yeah. Dang. Well, since we're still waiting, I'm just gonna turn my stuff around and watch this game. Um. So what's you doing any podcast or anything like new this upcoming season that's different than this past year? Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, when we start doing this, I'll probably do it like every other week during the season next season. So you're welcome to join in each week. I think at that point it'll be regular. We'll hop in, we'll have people joined in, we'll be ready to go. Might use the service, might not, but it'll be a little more organized. Well, I mean that's how it usually goes. You kind of like
People
jumping
and get,
around.
you know, during the season, it's really hard. Dude, is he? I know. I mean, that's like it looked like Josh Allen was crying and stuff. I mean, they look all messed up about it. I have only just recently started to try to to ever do anything on Reddit. I've never really been on there until like, well, I specifically got into it through. I think they're going to cancel it too, but there's like a music channel for doing live broadcasts. Wow, back to commercial. I mean, it's not looking good out there. How do you? Fuck. Oh man, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. Yeah, yeah, sure thing. Wow. Yeah, no, no worries. Yeah, yeah, cool. Oh, sure. Wrong one.
What's happening, brother? Oh, that was oh shoot.
Hamlin,
Yeah, it was Hamlin.
the safety. Yeah, it's like defensive back for the Bills.
Yeah, it was ugly. Yes.
Yeah, and it was like, I mean, they showed it a couple times, and it looked like it was more to like his chest than like say a head or neck related thing. I mean, just my you know non-doctor like review of what I saw, but yeah, he like got up afterwards and then immediately fell backwards like fucking snow angel pose or whatever. And um the guys in my other chat or whatever were saying that they saw him go on a backboard and that there was oxygen on him. I have no idea though. I didn't. Fuck. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
look,
heard.
yeah, that's what it looked like. They
Yeah.
were giving him a CPR. So, quick question: while we got a break, it's telling me to add chips. I hit the add chips, and it won't let me do anything.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
Right.
And also, I just came back to this screen and it flashed a thing that said we're in coaching mode where we're like we might. Yeah, no, I mean just a heads up, but see each other's hand.
All right. Hey, now I'm on the table, and it says waiting for Ronnie.
Oh, there we go.
But they won't be able to chat or be into a live chat or anything like that, right? Mm. All right, so we got both coaches headed to middle of the field now with
Yeah, I mean,
hires, so it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, McDermott was on his basically on his knees crying earlier. They were giving him CPR. That's crazy as fuck. Excuse my French.
All right. You're fine. If we stick around, you'll hear more F bombs, I guarantee you. Man.
Yeah, they're going to the locker rooms.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, they're going to the locker room.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm a little bit behind too. I was just
Yeah.
But wow.
Mm. What a
Wait. So they're not calling it.
I'm pretty much good, man. I was in 6 semifinals, lost 4 of them, won 2 of them. Redraft league, I am up by 50. I have nobody going. The other manager has Diggs. And then in my dynasty league, I'm up by 30. The other manager has nobody going, and I got Chase. So I've pretty much locked up the dynasty side of it. I just little sweating, because what is it, 2017, 2018, when Diggs decided, week 17 he was going to go for 50. So I was still sweating that just knowing. But well, he
We're
can go
calling
for
this
he can
temporary.
go for 48 and I'll be fine.
I
Right.
have 10 dynasty teams that are in the playoffs right now, and like I said, it's a 2 weeks points race for week 16 and 17 as far as who wins, right? And so, but there is a bye. You get past week 15 if you get the 1 or the 2 seed. So I think 4 of my 10 playoff teams were 1 or 2 seeds, and they were like either the top scorer or the top 2 scorer in the league, and they just absolutely fucking, did nothing last week, and now they're probably going to finish in 4th place. What's that? I like it a lot better. In years past, I've won championships despite being matched up against, like, say, Alvin Kamara's 6 touchdown game, despite being matched up against Jamar Chase last year. Now, don't get me wrong. I also, you look at the larger population sample or whatever, like you had Jamar Chase last year, you're more likely to have won than not, right? Same with Kamara the year before, but yeah, I love that 2-week format. And kind of like
as long as it's week 16, 17, and not 17, 18, right?
Say again.
As long as it's week 16, 17, and not 17, 18.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no week 18 for me.
No, I've got two best ball leagues, fantasy best ball leagues that I hadn't even looked at them since we drafted, but they trades and ad drops and all that stuff is there. But I felt pretty good drafting, and I ended up 4th in both of them. So I'm not a huge best ball guy. Got into it last year. Did a couple on Underdog. I'll probably do more on Underdog this year going in, now that I've got the concept of best ball a lot better. But I guess I kind of enjoy the rigorous part that a lot of people don't enjoy. Is I want to be able to go in and look at my lineups and set my lineups, that kind of thing. So
Oh, that's just the playoff format. That's I would more than likely be interested in that. Yeah, that's cool. Sure. That's cool. I did. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying that's how we did our C2C league this year. We did the NFL side, of course, you set your lineups and everything. But the college side, we went to a best ball, which I didn't care for, but they went to a best ball thing. So you still had to do your ad drops. You still had to do your waiver wire claims, your trades, and all that stuff. But to find out, so and so isn't playing on the
So,
West Coast.
I mean, I guess it still gets into the like actual nuts and bolts of various settings and formats. You're making waiver claims, you're making trades, all that. I'm doing that, but I specifically was thinking to myself, I fun to be in a best ball dynasty league where I don't have to do as much management just to see what it's like or whatever. But what I found was the exact opposite. It was actually much, 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 much more management, but I think it was related to the settings, which were actually quite interesting. It was a 5-year league, like I guess you call it an Empire League or whatever, but it was like set up for half of the annual entry fees to go into escrow for the 5th year, like big jackpot, right? So it's a little bit of a different strategy from year to year. You're trying to build towards that 5th year. But the thing is, it's like, so the players lock it at game time. Maybe your third quarterback is kind of a scrub, but for whatever, like lights it up on Thursday night. Maybe you can get away with dropping one of your mid-tier quarterbacks before the Sunday kickoff because you don't need him as bad. Or maybe, there's all these different kind of moves and iterations that actually don't exist in non-best ball leagues to where you can use that to your advantage as the weekend unfolds. And if you really dive into it, especially during the playoffs where you're trying to like get every little, edge that you can. I guess that one actually that we played in was just points scored for the whole year. So I guess if there was no playoffs, but you're still looking at like how many points you have to make up or what kind of a lead do you have. But that was fun.
I just did my first best ball playoff draft the other night, which, to be quite honest, is only a 6-man draft. We set it up on going for 2 and then turned around and I didn't even draft, but the freaking team I got is pretty damn. I like the team I got.
Yeah.
I guess it's one of those ones that we had 2 people. We started it, set it up like I want to say it was like Wednesday of last week, thinking that we'd have the people in there and we would go. And then by the time it actually filled up, it was New Year's Eve when it filled up. And then, of course, it, goes right away. So let's see. I'm going to try to pull this team up that just got drafted. No, that's a 12. That's not right. Oh, it's not even showing on here now. Well, hell, it's not even showing, so it doesn't even matter. Oh, shit, I'm winning something. Damn, I'm winning 2 of them. I'm in the money in 2 of the best balls. I don't even know how the hell I did that. Whatever.
All right. This tweet is 7 minutes old, but it says, this is a guy from Fox Sports. It says Hamlin has a pulse, but is not breathing on his own. Needed a defibrillator and CPR on the field. Wow.
That's rough. Oh, that's definitely rough.
Yeah, well, if he has a pulse, they got his heart going. That's if that's what happened. I mean, I don't fucking know. That's just a tweet I saw.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean,
I sucks.
I saw him doing CPR on the field. That's what I was like. I gotta get off the. I gotta stop. But yeah. So here's the best ball. I found it. The best ball team that auto drafted for me
Nice.
from a 6-man league. drafting from the 5th position. So
Yeah.
it goes Jalen Hurts, Travis Kelce, and then come back around. So pick 17, Tony Pollard, Dalvin Cook, Devin Singletary, Brandon Ayuk. And then it's hammer and wide receivers. So it's Mike Williams, Tyler Boyd, Kadarius Toney, Mecole Hardman. I would for an auto draft. I'm like, okay, I could deal with that.
Yeah, no, that's not bad. Is that like an underdog? Is that one of the playoffs?
Yes.
Yeah. I've got a few of those I did like last week, and I was like, man, I should get a handful of these in before the playoff seeds are even locked in. I mean, I think I got some Miami players, and I'm like, they're probably not even gonna make it now. But I was like, I gotta, take some stabs there. I think I grabbed some like Seattle players, might not make it. I think I took some Detroit players, might not make it.
Yeah, I couldn't believe whenever I saw it was like I got an alert that when I guess I got multiple alerts, but the one I saw where it was like at pick 51, round 51, pick 4, and I was like, well, what the fuck's the point? And they got this pick and one more. I'm like, I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm glad I didn't. I mean, underdog did me pretty good at least because that's probably. I mean, I probably would have done worse.
Yeah, and it's still different. I love playing various different playoff fantasy tournaments or whatever, and but since the NFL went to just the 1 seed getting the bye and having 7 total teams, it's just such a different animal now, and I'm like, it's a little bit harder to read, but all the tournaments you're trying to get past the first round or at least put up a super high score in the first round, but then the second, generally the team with the bye has a bye for a reason because they're pretty good. And they're definitely a strong favorite to go deep. But again, I guess it depends on format and like how many players you can pick from a team. I've been playing on the FFPC format for whether it's redraft or dynasty or the playoff tournaments for years, and their format you can only pick 1 player from each playoff team. So it's like, and it's tight end premium, and so you're like, for example, like, who are you gonna pick, Mahomes or Kelce? Like, well, put in a lot of entries and pick both. But yeah, obviously, but that kind of thing. I like that kind of, you try to forecast like, okay, who gets to the Super Bowl? How do these brackets play out? Yeah.
That would be my problem.
I'm kind of the same, actually. I don't really follow baseball, although I think it's a great sport. I just never really played it growing up, and it just wasn't my thing. But I would be, lost playing fantasy baseball. Would be stupid. Basketball, I've done a bit of, but the format, like having different categories and stuff, like I was just not into it, and I don't follow the NBA the way I used to.
All right, so Scott Fish and Sam Holt both again 7 minutes ago. So Scott Fish says if the players want to stop the game, the NFL should respect that. Scary. Can't imagine wanting to play anymore after that. And then of course Sam Holt right on
Yeah.
The backbone of that says absolutely devastating, unprecedented. This game needs to be postponed.
That's what I've been expecting this whole time. I just am maybe surprised they weren't able to figure that out on the field.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, or as a coach is, you're like, I mean, I can see like let's just go into the locker room and talk
Let's go talk about it. Yeah, let's see what the players want to
and
do.
just take a couple breaths and all that. But
So, just if they do decide to call the game off, they got to play the game at some point.
yeah, no, that's the thing though, and I'm sure they're talking about that because you can't postpone it and not think about that. And I'm telling you, man, like if this dude is, I'm hoping he's okay. I'm praying he's okay too, like everybody. But if he's not, it's not going to be any easier to play this tomorrow or Wednesday or whatever. And you just, what are you going to do? Go into week 18? That doesn't really make sense either. Like, in week 17, though, I mean,
That's
on Monday night,
probably,
like they had flexibility earlier in the season when that kind of thing was happening. But I don't know right now. Yeah, probably that's that, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you're already. I don't know. There's obviously no good answer, but mhm. Yeah. Well, maybe you shouldn't be an NFL announcer. I
So I don't
couldn't
know.
do that
I don't know
shit
if y'all
either.
can. I don't know if y'all got the volume on the game, but they just said if they do postpone, it will come from, of course, from New York, from the commissioner's office. But they're not going to start until at least they know he's alive or know he's okay, alive.
God, I mean, I didn't even think about that. Like, what if that's so morbid?
Because
But
they
like,
just
what
said
if
it
they
again.
were?
They gave him CPR on the field for many, many minutes. Like they went to put him in the ambulance, had to pull him back out so they could give him CPR again.
Yeah, I
Yes.
agree. I mean, it's the right human. That's the right human decision too. I mean, like it's. But I was just thinking, and this makes sense. This is the kind of thing they would be talking about if it crossed their mind, and it crossed ours. That's exactly what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. Like if they get going here again, and then the word comes out. But I mean, they're not going to. I don't.
So the officials are hanging out outside the Bills locker room to give the Bills a chance to make a decision.
Well, as far as precedent, too, I was going to. Well, I was going to say.
I don't think Cincinnati would let them.
Well, but I was gonna say it's possible that the bylaws or whatever. Like I imagine there actually is something that addresses these kind of situations. Like, yeah,
Right.
I think
But
you're right.
But something they just said, and I didn't hear him say it, but something Booger McFarland said when they went to the studio was, this isn't about football. This is about life and limb. So Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Hey,
You know,
Right.
or is there any other clause like in the bylaws where like Commissioner Goodell and or like a plurality of the owners or something like that could get on a Zoom and be like, you know what, you guys, let's make a an exception to whatever rule, and it's not.
If
It's
it
not.
was if it
There's still
was
no
week
answer to it though.
if it was week 3, week 4, I could see that. But we're talking week
Exactly.
17. Now you got both of these teams that are
Well, exactly.
Absolutely.
It's huge. No, but I mean, that's
Well, as we just said though, I mean it's been
New
proven
York
over and
is
over again that the NFL really, the NFL and the NFLPA don't give two shits about player safety. All they care about is the bottom dollar. So, that is what it is. Yep. Agreed. No, because they're going to look at the players and be like, "You work for us. Get your ass out there and play the game." Just like your boss would do, just like my boss would do. Yep. White picket fences and 2 dog dormers. Old.
could be true. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was super leery about playing football when I was a kid, and I've got 2 kids. They're not old enough for that yet, but it's a pretty good chance I wouldn't let them. Not because of tonight, but it's not going to help. Yeah.
No, going for 2. I know. I actually had to go and get out of a couple because I was in so many, and I'm never on them, but I need to be on a couple of them. You know what I mean? And it's like I need to be in the ones that I need to be into, and not into the other ones where I'm getting more information. Right. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just like, you know what? Going for 2 is probably the one I'm in the most because I'm on I'm on multiple shows there, so it's like, okay, I can at least get on there and then oh it's oh yeah, it's gotten way worse. I really started to beat up on Jeff as well because like 2 weeks ago I put in, I put on a post. I'm like, let's get some props in for for whatever. And then Jeff goes and throws out like a couple props, and then none of the props hit because, well, the players that he threw the prop in at like 8 o'clock in the morning by noon are out that game. And he's like, I'm blaming this on Gator. This son of a bitch made me think about props at 8 o'clock in the morning. So then today for tonight's game, I'm like, okay, so I want to do some props today. It's like 10 o'clock. I'm like, I want to do some props today. So anybody but Jeff that wants to do props, let's talk about those. Let's leave Jeff completely out of this conversation. Yeah, I did one for Thursday night, and by the end of Thursday night, I was so pissed because I hit 4 or 5, and it's $5 for $100 win, and I actually hit. I didn't hit. I can't say it that way. Gallup was his number was 3 receptions, and of course I went higher, and he hit it dead on. So I went to bed. I was pissed because I'm like, screw that, because of one freaking reception. He should have had it. Blah 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 blah. Woke up Saturday morning, or Friday morning, and I got a $50 bill on my account, and I'm like, oh shit! And I went back and looked, and they gave that one a push, so they gave me four of the picks for 5. So I was like, hey, that'll work. That'll work. And then tonight I threw one in. We'll see how it goes, but what shit? Where'd it go? Oh, that's done. Let's go live. I'm not even 100% sure on these picks, but I took Evan McPherson over. Well, I took over on everything. Over a field goal and a half. So basically 2 field goals. Gabe Davis, 3 receptions. Jamar Chase, receiving touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 3 receptions, which he's already got 2.
Yeah.
And then Joe Mixon over a half, receiving and rushing touchdown. So touchdown either way. Just a touchdown, yeah. So I was like, I feel good on those.
I like that.
As long as they freaking play the game.
Right.
I'm just hoping that if they call the game, Underdog goes wipe it clean.
Well, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
Oh, they're a huge sponsor for Going for Two, so I'm sure they will.
Yeah. Yeah, I just dabble. I just dabble in daily. I don't really, I'll throw in entries here and there. Come close to something big every once in a while. What were you saying, Ronnie? I haven't heard anything new. I'm kind of looking around, and
he's been transferred. He's been transferred to UC Medical, the only level 1 trauma center around.
Yeah.
And that's all the information they have. It's been
the guys.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Yeah, I don't. I would be surprised if they did, to be quite honest. $50. It's been over 50 minutes now. They're back to the field, so let's see what they're going to say. Oh, they're talking. Yeah, Zach Taylor and Sean McDermott are probably talking to New York at this point on their cell phones.
Yeah. Who was that guy?
Yeah, I think they're fixing to call the game.
It sure looks like it.
So that's what I was just telling my wife. I'm like, have you watched it? And she's like, no, what happened? And I told her, and she's like it didn't look awkward or anything. I mean, maybe it was an awkward hit, but it didn't look like crazy.
It was like right to the chest.
Yeah.
T. Higgins. Well, I don't remember anymore. There was 3 people involved, but it was like tackling Higgins, and it really wasn't that crazy. It definitely was like a big hit. It made me say, "Wow," like when it happened or whatever. But
yeah, they're wrapping stuff up on the sideline. They're calling the game. Yeah, they've already pulled everything up on the sideline for the Bills side. They're done.
The guys in my other chat are speculating like Hank Gathers, like if you had a chest condition, then a hit to the chest could do something like this.
Well, if you remember, you remember a few years ago where you had, and I can't remember who the player was, but he was with the Steelers.
Yeah, Shazier.
No. It was it Ryan Clark that had the issue with like the height of breathing or whatever, and then when they went to Denver, he couldn't play.
Oh, right. Like, yeah. It's like a sickle cell thing, I think.
Sickle cell. Yeah, that's what it was.
Right. Yeah, he had it too. That's right. But yeah, no, you're right about the guy from Pittsburgh, Ryan Clark.
It was Ryan Clark. Okay.
Yeah. But Smokey Brown also. Yeah, they're packing gear.
Wow. Yeah, they haven't called it officially, but you're not packing the gear up on the sideline if you're not done.
Well, I mean, holding gear in their hand means one thing, but
yeah, but when you're in a football game, I mean, and you see a defibrillator have to come out on the field.
Yeah. I think you're more or less required to. I mean, it may be completely a lost cause, but I think until it's actually officially over, you still have to do it if you're, a medical personnel.
Well, hell, there's no better way to do it than just play poker, then, right?
I mean, I'm down. Did you get any more word from anybody else? Yeah. Oh, I agree. I think 5 is kind of like that's like sort of that's usually
got to be like the minimum, right?
I mean, even if we're just casually dicking around, though, I don't care. We'll play with whatever, but. That's cool.
Oh yeah. Are any of the sites allowing like a live chat while we're playing? Okay. Right. Mhm. Right on. Yeah. Different avenues than what are currently afforded. Ah, simmer down.
Well, we should test this thing, whether we call it or not. Like, we should at least play some hands.
Yeah, they've basically wiped off the sideline there. There's nobody on the. All right, ESPN. Now you're becoming freaking Amazon.
They're making it official,
Yeah, they're done.
but they don't know when yet to reschedule.
Thursday.
They have to. They have to, unless they decide to push the playoffs back a week. I mean, which is, I mean, that was something I thought about, like as a commissioner in some of these leagues, like the various situations that came up during COVID. But um, we were asking ourselves, like, what happens if one of these kind of COVID situations comes up like right before the playoffs? Um, would the league push the entire playoff schedule back a week?